Okay, good morning. Want to continue our conversation on conscious dying. Yesterday, for those of you who stuck with me through the long discourse about examples from my life's journey, it's simply meant to showcase how this process of transformation works and the dilemma that we face, each of us individually, collectively, because when you're moving along with the forces of evolution, there are forces that will oppose evolution. Just like I had mentioned with, the tribal conditioning. The tribal conditioning would work against that egoic urge for independence. And I see that a lot in the culture here, a very tribal culture. And I remember the story about, not the story, actually seeing the process when Kati's brother, who was a doctor, was wanting to continue his education. And there was a program in Russia that was much more affordable than similar program in the USA. Anyway, so it was a 3-year program and the whole family was more or less in an uproar because it's like, oh my God, he's going to be away for 3 years. What a terrible thing. And not much regard for his individual welfare, much more interested in the status quo of the tribal world, which is the family sticks together. Okay, so this is always the case. Okay, so in my story, there are many times when my own tribal, or more likely egoic, conditioning would interfere with this invitation that I was receiving from a very young age to move forward in my transformation from the egoic Louis into the homo glimulus, homo spiritus sun king. Okay, so this is going to be true for everybody at a variety of stages in their journey. And so the reason that conscious dying is so important to understand is that we are given this choice at many stages. We're given this choice. Sorry about the video today, not working so well, but in the talk without the video, very important that we understand the resistance that we will ourselves, we will manifest. And you could just say it's fear of the unknown. But more than that, there's a Marianne Williamson quote that I like a lot that was in her book, Return to Love, quoting from A Course in Miracles, where she was basically saying, we're not really afraid of our littleness. We're afraid of our grandeur. We're afraid of that part of us that's so great, that's so expansive, so beautiful. Because if nothing else, you could say at a tribal level, it's very unpopular. I found in my journey, especially when I stood up for my younger sister, volunteered, more or less commandeered her memorial service, that it was very unpopular. My 2 elder sisters really haven't had any kind of relationship with me since, because it's, to the tribal clan, it's offensive, it's threatening when an individual in that clan moves forward, so in Kati's family, her brother moving forward with his education, and it ended up his 3-year program basically got subverted by tribal situations. So he ended his his program midway and returned to Ecuador. So again, this is part of evolution, that it would require us to fight the good fight. It would require us to fight against those forces, internal and external, that would choose less than our paradise. I wrote a short piece yesterday for a local publication, basically just talking about my experience with the lockdown during this past year and a few months of off and on lockdowns and this and that, all the restrictions. And again, what we're seeing globally is that the world is going through this amazing transformation, this birthing process, and there will be such a powerful wave of resistance. So this is again part of what we need to understand, this conscious dying process, that we need to see it coming, we need to see it clearly, we need to understand it, whether we see it externally. But I can guarantee you, if you're seeing it externally and it's upsetting you, this is again evidence of your own egoic process of denial and projection. You're seeing something outside of you that upsets you, and you think it's something happening to you, when in fact, if it's upsetting you, okay, remember the great line, I'm never upset for the reason I think. If it's upsetting you, then it's because your own internal process is doing this, but you don't want to see it, so you project it. So we're seeing this massive global projection of this battle between good and evil, between authority and freedom. And it's not pretty. It's a difficult time, but all of this is simply offering you this incredible choice. You have a choice to choose paradise, to choose a reality that doesn't really exist in the world, but it exists in a new earth. And so again, all I can basically say is, in your life individually, and now in our life collectively, there's always one thing going on, and that's evolution. And so this evolutionary thrust that's happening now is offering you this very clear choice that you're going to move forward into freedom, expansion, or you're going to get consumed by inertia, the forces that would oppose evolution. Okay, so that's what's going on globally, and it's just a reflection of what's going on inside you internally. So, look at the places where you resist your transformation. Look at the places where you resist freedom, resist claiming your true authority, your infinite power. Look at those places and do an honest assessment. Is it possible for me to say no to this inertia, to say no to that part of me that's resisting, and allow the transformation to happen? So again, it's a simple choice. It's something that I invite you to engage in. I'm always available for personal conversation. Do a video chat if you want to have me help you explore this possibility. Again, looking to see where are the tribal and egoic influences that would keep me from becoming a free, whole, happy, and free member of a new earth. Okay, it's as simple as that. And sorry about the video problem today, but I guess we could just say it's not so important that you see my face. So we will pick it up next time. See if I can just get the camera to work for a moment so I can say goodbye. I love you. I love you. This is Sun King signing off.